A very good morning to one and all. Once again, welcome to Geography class. In this class, we are going to see the fifth point of the chapter number Resources and Development. Dear cadet, let's move further. Chapter number 1 Resources and Development. Today's topic of discussion is topic number 5 Conservation of Resources, and the second one we are going to see about land resources. First, I want to highlight the few things. As every video, I am making the generalization whatever we had studied in the previous presentation. So to make the continuity, it's going to be very easy for you. First, we had seen what is the meaning of resources. The definition of resources we had seen. After that, we had seen the interdependent relationship between human being, nature, technology and institution. Then the huge classification of the resources, which is given in figure 1.2. After that, the types of resources. In the types of resources, we talked about the resources on the basis of origin, the resources on the basis of exhaustibility, the resources on the basis of ownership, and last on the basis of the status of development. So finally, this resource topic we had finished. After that, we moved to discuss about the development of resources. We had seen in that part why there is a great need to develop the resources and what are the different steps are there. So the 3 point already I explained to you in the previous videos. You can please go through it and see it properly. After that, we had seen about the Rio Earth Summit, which was happened in 1992 in Brazil. Agenda 21. After that, resource planning. What is the meaning of resource planning? Next, how resource planning is done in India. We had seen the 3 points. The 3 points after that we had seen how the resources are unevenly distributed and what was the ancient cause and what the historical facts and figures talking about in the resource planning. And finally, we are on the topic to discuss about the conservation of resources. So when from the definition of the resources up to now, we are stating number of the things related to resources. I am happy you people are taking the snaps of your homework and sending to me on WhatsApp. So I request you, please complete the note making very well and do this note making and revision part very seriously so the chapter can be crystal clear to you. Next, moving toward to see about conservation of resource, as the resources are limited in nature and if we are going to exploit them, overuse them, they are going to exhaust. After that, we require the conservation of resource. If we are not going to conserve the resource, we are going to face many challenges in the future. After discussing that, we are going to talk and discuss about why the land is called as a resource. What is the importance of land? In that we are going to talk and discuss about the different activities, just the socio-economic activities are performed on the land. Next, moving further to see about the conservation of resources. First, conservation of resources. So this slide is talking about the resources are the vital for any developmental activity. As it's stating this line, it's a vital for any development activity. To proceed for any development activity, the resources are very important component. But irrational consumption, which I was talking about, that if the consumption is not going to be in a judicial way or it's going to be overuse or overutilization of resource, which can lead to the socio-economic and environmental problems. So the conservation of the resources are very important. If we are not going to do that, number of the problems are going to arise, just we are having leading to the socio-economic and environmental issues will be there. Next, to overcome these problems, resource conservation at various levels is important. So this had been the main concern of the leaders and the thinkers in the past. soon we are going to talk and discuss about the famous quotation stated by our beloved Mahatma Gandhi. So this slide stating about the importance of the resources, and if we are not going to use them in a proper way, what we are going to face? We are going to face socio-economic and plus environmental problems. And if we want to save from all this problem, so we require the resource conservation, and how to do it and where we are going to see in upcoming slide. Next, for example, please make a note of it just for your convenient. I am just highlighting this point, okay, with the highlighter. This point I am highlighting about the Gandhijis. Gandhiji was very apt in voicing, that means very appropriate, voicing about the concern of resource, right, and the conservation. There is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. Please have a tick mark this quotation from here, right, which I am highlighting with this yellow color. Okay, there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed, which speaks about that for everyone's need there is a sufficient amount of resource there. But if they are greedy, someone is greedy, so there is nothing for them, not for anybody's greed. If they are having the greediness, they are going to exploit the resource, and if they are going to exploit the resources, so other person, they will not get the resources in enough amount. He placed the greedy and the selfish individual and the exploitative nature of the modern technology as the root cause for the resource depletion at the global level. He was against the mass production and wanted to replace it with the production by the masses. This all is talking about here that the resources are limited in nature. We have to use them in a very judicial way so that our need can be satisfied. But if we are going to do for our greed, it's going to create an exploitation of the resources, and the depletion of resources at the global level is going to create number of the problems. Moving further, at the international level, the Club of Rome advocated the resource conservation for the first time in a more systematic way in 1968. Subsequently, in 1974, Gandhian philosophy was once again presented by Smith in his book, Small is Beautiful. So, the seminal contribution with the respect of resources conservation at the global level was made by the Brundtland Commission report 1987. This is the interesting aside placed in the textbook. The facts and figure you have to remember it, and it can be asked for 1 mark in the examination. Next, this report introduced the concept of sustainable development and advocate it as a means of resource conservation, which was subsequently published in the entitled Our Common Future. Another significant contribution was made at the Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 1992, which already we had discussed and we had seen the points, and after that the Agenda 21 also. So all these, they are talking about sustainable development and the conservation of resources. So the conservation of resources vital for any development activity, and if we are going to have a irrational consumption and overutilization, which is going to lead the socio-economic and the environmental issues. Next, land resources. So for the land resources, This slide is presenting the different types of activities which we are performing on land. First, we live on land. We perform our economic activities on the land and we use it in a different way. Thus, the land is a natural resource of almost important. It supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activity, transport and communication system. So whatever the points are highlighted here, they are the use of land. That's why the land is called as a resource. So why land is called as a resource? The few points is highlighted here. You have to write about that because it's supporting to you. I'm just highlighting this yellowish part, right? Activities, transport, communication and all. However, land is an asset for magnitude. Therefore, it is important to use the available land for various use purpose with a careful planning. So this topic is speaking about, I will once again explain to you, the topic is speaking to you the importance of land, and we perform all the economic activities on the land, and it's a natural resources supporting to the natural vegetation, wildlife, economic activities, transport and communication system. Next, here we are going to see about the figure number 1.3, India, the land under important relief feature. So this pie chart is talking about the percentage wise plain, mountain, plateaus. So here the bluish color is talking about the plain, that's a 43%. The reddish color is talking about mountain, 30%, and the light yellowish color, 27%, the plateaus. So in a very simple word, the land resources, we are talking about the relief features. In the relief feature, the variety of the relief features are present in India, and plains cover 43% area, mountain covers 30% area, and plateau cover 27%. And they are rich resources, all these relief features. And what are they? In the upcoming slide, we are going to see about the importance of plain, mountains and plateaus. Those who are not having the textbook at their home, please from this slide presentation, draw this pie chart in your notebook and please study properly. Next, the explanation of this pie chart is given here. India has land under a variety of relief features, namely mountain, plateaus, plain and islands. About 43% of the land area is of plain, providing the facility of agriculture and industry. So dear cadet, as we are talking about first plain, so what plain is providing to us? It's supporting and boosting to the agriculture and industries. Next, the point mountain, which is accounting the 30% of the total surface area of the country and ensure the perennial flow of some rivers. So perennial rivers, which means the rivers contain throughout the year they are having the water. So they are the perennial river, provided facility for tourism and ecological aspect. This we are talking about the mountain. Next, 27% about the country area is plateau region. It is very rich and reserves for mineral and fossil fuels, or we can speak about the forest. So mineral, fossil fuel and forest here. First point is about that land area in plain 43%, supporting to the agriculture and industry. Next, mountain 30%, it's supporting and providing the facilities for tourism and ecological aspects. Next, 27% about the plateau, which is having the rich reserves of mineral, fossil fuel, and the forest. So that was the explanation of this all part. Next, we are going to discuss about the question answers about this one. Question number 1 for you. From this particular slide, land resources. Please write in your notebook. And the expected answer I am going to dictate to you. Question number 1. Why is land considered as an important resource? Explain with the 4 facts in reference with the land resources. I repeat the question. Why land is considered as an important resource? Explain with 4 facts in reference with Indian land resources. In that, what you are going to discuss about that? You are going to talk and discuss about this pie chart. About what percentage of the land the plain is here and the plain is supporting to which thing. About what percentage of the mountain is there and they are supporting to which thing. And about 27% of the plateau area and having the good varieties or richness of the mineral and fossil fuels and forest. So I hope so the question is clear to you. Next, after the land resource, which are very important, we have seen here the conservation of the resources, right? For that particular point, one more question I am going to speak to you. Conservation of resources. On this topic, we are going to have one question. Please write the question in your notebook. Why do we need to conserve resources? Why do we need to conserve resources? So in this question, you have to talk and discuss about the resource and its importance. While writing, you have to write 3 or 5 points, which is talking about why there is a great need to conserve the resources. Next, as we have seen about the many thinkers are speaking something, right? So on this topic, one more question I am speaking to you. The earth has enough resources to meet the need of all. Just Mahatma Gandhi was speaking about is there. There is enough for everybody. So on this topic only the question is there. Please write the question first. The earth has enough resources to meet the need of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. Then, how is this statement relevant to discussion of development? Discuss. So in this question you have to talk about Gandhiji's, which was voicing the concern of resource conservation, right? And what he said, as he said about there is enough for everybody's need and not for everybody's greed. So these all questions you have to write in your notebook and then you have to answer it. After that you have to click the photograph and send it to me on my personal WhatsApp number. These all questions are very important. Please continue it. This diagram is also for your homework, figure 1.3. Please draw in your notebook. If you are having the textbook, no need to do it. Then, as we had seen about this additional information, right? which was talking about this one. At the international level, the Club of Rome and like that. Please read it. 1 marks question can be asked on this topic. So finally, in our today's topic of discussion, we had seen the conservation of resources and why the land is called as resource. Lastly, thanking to each and everyone for watching this video. Till then, be safe and secure at your home. Jai Hind.